about the hard landing recession? This was always the alternative to the soft landing. Well, this is if the UK economy contracts significantly, so we lose, say, 1% of GDP in 2026 due to lag effects of rates, not kicking in quickly enough, these rate cuts, and also unemployment feedback loops. Well, I put a low probability on this one, but still around 20%, because the current minus 0.1% contraction suggests that the slide has begun. I'm far lower than the economic consensus on this. Most people would tell you, most economists would say there's maybe a 40 or 50% chance of this happening. Some are saying 60%. My eggs are much more in the keep calm and carry on basket, which won't surprise everyone, won't surprise anybody. I've had a tendency to be right over the past few years when I've moved away from the consensus. I spend most of my time away from the consensus, but when I've deviated significantly, I've tended to be right around interest rates, around inflation, and things like that. My prediction is betting on the fact that the budget prelims were just more damaging than anybody else is giving them credit for. So I'm hopeful that we start 2026 with a bit of a bang. Consumers are going to become a little bit more confident again and work out the fact that actually, although all these tax rises were there in the budget, they're not kicking in for years, some of them yet, so haven't really impacted too much. I think people will still be saving towards it, to be honest, towards their mansion tax, towards whatever else, but there we go. So whilst this is bad for the wider economy, ironically it's bullish for gilt yields. In a recession, investors buy bonds and then prices get driven down. So it could bring mortgage rates down even further if it did happen. So you might not be very happy for me to hear me say that I don't think it's particularly likely. But there we go. I always call it as I see it. Are leveraged investors going to get a bit of a lifeline if that does happen? Well, if they can find solvent tenants, maybe. But there we go.